Welcome to Highline BI 348 Big Data Business Analytics with Microsoft Power Tools. This is the class where we take all of our data and with a little Microsoft magic, we'll create our useful information. Now, those of you who are enrolled in the class received an introductory letter. In this video, I want to talk about our People website and the Canvas website. Those are the two websites we're going to use. Now, all of you have been in other classes that I've taught, so you know we come to our people.highline.edu/mgirvin, actually this website right here, and click on BI 348. This People website is where we will come to watch videos and download files. The Canvas website is where you'll come to read announcements, discussions where you can post questions about non-graded assignments, and in the Home Ribbon tab, the graded assignments for each week will be listed. Now, this is spring 2019, and I'm creating this as we're going along. Back over to the People website. I want to go take a look at a few sections in our syllabus. I'm going to click on Syllabus. Now, this is our contract for how the class works, so study this, read it carefully. We want to look at a few sections. Now, this is a table of contents, so I'm simply going to click on Requirements for Class. And that jumps me to this section. Now, requirement number 1, you must be using a Windows-based PC computer, not a Mac. The programs we're using, things like Power Query, aren't even in a Mac. We're going to be using Excel version Office 365. Now, the good news is, as a student here at Highline, you get a free copy from Highline College. Using your student credentials, email, and password, you must contact Building 30 Help Desk, and they'll help you download the free Office 365 package of programs from Microsoft. Now, we'll also be using a program called Power BI Desktop. We'll see how to download that for free in video number 9. Video number 10, we'll be using something called Power BI Online. And you can access Power BI Online using your student credentials, email, and password. Now, there's no textbook to buy for this class, and you need somewhere to store all your files. Perhaps you can buy a USB drive or have someplace else to store your files. Now, the structure of this class. You will learn the material from watching the YouTube videos and studying and practicing what you see in the video, reading and studying the PDF notes, and completing homework problems for each video as practice. You will earn points towards a grade from completing and uploading to Canvas points projects at the end of each week, and completing true-false multiple choice Canvas quizzes at the end of each week. Now, this is a hybrid class where you can choose to come to class or study on your own at home. The in-class version will be different than I've done in past quarters. The in-class session will be an open lab where the instructor, that's me, will be present to help you work on non-graded assignments. You will watch and study the videos, PDF notes, and practice homework problems at home, and then come in with questions you'd like to have answered. The online version of this class, just follow along with the schedule listed at the end of this syllabus. Quizzes. There'll be about 10 Canvas true-false multiple choice quizzes. Quizzes will be posted in the home area of Canvas. Each quiz will be posted about 1 week before it's due. The suggested dates for quizzes are listed in the schedule at the end of the syllabus. However, the quizzes can be taken anytime during the quarter. But of course, it is strongly suggested that you take them as close to the dates as they are listed in the schedule. Now, points projects. It's called points project because these are the projects you do to earn points. And these projects will ask you to complete a data analysis task similar to what you've learned in the class. However, different than the quizzes, these points projects must be handed in by the due date as listed in the schedule at the end of the syllabus. You can hand in projects late if you have a documented emergency. Late projects without a documented emergency earn a 25% point deduction. Now, let's look at our People website. Here's week 1. Here's the videos and files. The red says, hey, you should do this homework problem. And at the end of the 5 videos assigned for week 1, there it is, week 1 assignment in green. The points project zipped folder with all the details will be here. I haven't posted it yet. But that's the idea. Here's week 2. Here's the videos and files. You just watch the videos, follow along, do the red homework, and then when you want to get points for a grade, In green, it will have whatever the assignments are. Now, the quiz isn't here at the People website. As I mentioned earlier, in the home area of Canvas, that's where you upload your finished project, and that's where you take the quiz. Pages 5 and 6 in the syllabus have important notes about grading. Page 7, emailing is for personal issues or questions about tests or quizzes. So you do not post in the open discussion area in Canvas about tests or quizzes. You send me an email. Announcements and discussions. Announcements will be used over in Canvas to tell you what's going on in the class. And the discussion area, as we saw, is a place that you can post questions. Last part of the syllabus is the tentative schedule. Notice I only have the first 2 weeks planned out. Now we have lots of amazing topics that go all the way to the end. And as we go through the quarter, I'll post more. But here's how it works. Here's the week, the dates. That's the topic. These are the videos. This is the video title. And there it reminds you to take quiz for week 1 before Sunday, April 7th. And upload project 1 before Sunday, April 7th. All right, so this is going to be a great quarter. Go ahead and start with video number 1, and we're going to have fun with data analysis and business intelligence. All right, we'll see you next video.